Love it or hate it, traffic's a burden we all must bear. But you don't move your truck based on traffic. You move your truck through traffic.
And if you've ever wondered, do these traffic conditions ever get any better?
Well, stick around, because I've got an answer some of you will love, and some of you may not. Coming up on The Journal. You've arrived at The Journal, collaborative think tank for advanced trucking journalism, a place I'd like to call the United States of Trucking. Let's get right into today's headline. But first, if you're new here, take a moment, become a subscriber. We're making a push to give you the information you need to make trucking great again. Every year, the American Transportation Research Institute drops its ranking of the worst trucking bottlenecks in the country. And recently, it dropped it through Landline. Let's review the top 5 truckers' nightmares, burning your fuel and wasting hours and killing your profits. Ever try to haul freight into Southern California? Yeah, you probably already know about this stretch of road. Tight lanes, endless construction, and no room to breathe. At number 5 is Los Angeles, 710 at I-5. If you ever had to fight through Atlanta rush hour, you know how bad this place is. It's like the engineers who designed it suddenly took a vacation, and when they got back, they said, how can we make truckers' lives a nightmare? Atlanta, Georgia, 285 at 85 North. That's a nightmare in itself, also known as Spaghetti Junction. Houston, we have a problem. Texas traffic is no joke. And this stretch is one of the biggest bottlenecks in southern Texas. Massive freight flow, endless merging. At number 3, Houston, Texas, the interchange at I-45, where it meets Route 69 and US 59. Number 2 is Chicago, Illinois, I-294, and the 290 and I-88 interchange, aka Circle Interchange. For years, this was an absolute trucking death trap, and now we're actually seeing some improvement, but more on that in a second. And the number 1 and top bottleneck for truckers is Fort Lee, New Jersey, the I-95 and State Route 4 interchange. This nightmare is usually starting from traffic coming off the George Washington Bridge, and it's been a trucking disaster for years. Surprise and surprise, it still holds the crown and the number 1 top spot. So what's the deal with Chicago's unexpected traffic improvements anyway?
Here we see things getting real interesting, because Chicago used to be on the top of the list, and it's actually now, according to ATRI, it's improving. One of the worst trucker chokeholds in America is seeing an ease up for the first time in years.
Well, turns out a combination of infrastructure improvements and new traffic flow management and even freight slowdown is helping loosen the grip on Chicago's infamous bottleneck.
Could this be a fluke, maybe? Could it be a sign of actual progress? That's the million-dollar question. Comment below and let us know what you think. So what does this mean for you? Well, if you're running up and down the East Coast anyway, buckle up, because Jersey's nightmare isn't going anywhere. It's not going to get any better. In fact, knowing Jersey and New York, having lived there once in my life, it's probably going to get a lot worse before it gets any better, especially if you're dealing with the Jersey seaports.
But one thing I've known and still believe, traffic doesn't dictate where your truck goes. Money does.
If it's a good dollar amount, you go where the bottlenecks are. You put up with it, you deal with it, drive around it best you can, but it certainly helps to know what's improving, what's not, and tuning in right here to Truckin City Journal is your way to keep up to date. Make sure to like this video and tell your friends there is a new place for trucking headlines.
Friends, I want to hear from you. I want to hear what your worst traffic nightmare is right now and in the past. Where have you experienced the headaches, delays, and loss of sleep over traffic? And look out for our episodes of Truckin City Frontlines, typically seen on the weekends. We're here for you to help you make trucking great again. So ring that bell, become a subscriber, and look for more, because here at Truckin City, we cut through the noise. We get you straight from the front lines of trucking. Remember, folks, it's not the end of the road to help a friend. It's the beginning of a journey that never ends. It's trucks that make the deliveries, but it's you that make the difference. Till our next update, remember, be patient, keep the faith, and keep it rolling.